Welcome to the Science Learning Center. I am Mrs. Dean, 5th grade class teacher. My students are STEM, students of today and the future, science, technology, engineering, and math. The NGSS standard we will be using at the Science Learning Center is 5-PS1-4. What's the matter and its interactions? We do have a set of rules here that each student will need to abide by while they are at the Science Center stations. And each student will read the rules and they will solemnly swear and promise to obey the rules while they are in the Science Center. At this Science Center, students will demonstrate that they can understand conducting an investigation to determine whether the mixing of two or more substances results in new substances. And the science and engineering portion, they will conduct an investigation to determine if mixing two or more substances are going to make a new substance. And we will start with the basics: matter, what it is, elements, pure substances, mixtures, compounds, and the cross-cutting concept that we will use with this Science Learning Center will be chemistry. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied. Our key terms and definitions, this will be the first assignment that the students will have to complete. They'll need to know the key terms and their definitions, and they have been provided. They'll need to know the three states of matter, the difference between mixture and a pure substance. They will need to be able to name 5 elements and use those same elements to create 5 compounds. And this information will be at this science workstation. So if they have any questions, they can always ask me, but anything that I'm asking them to do, they have the documentation at the Science Center that will give them the answers that they need. This next activity, does it really matter? Matter, yes, it does. Matter matters. So there are 3 states of matter, and I am going to ask the students to let me know which of these 3 answers are correct. They will write them in their science journals. Then they will need to name the 3 states of matter based on the key information that I've given them. Hopefully they'll know it, but based on the information I've given, they should be able to tell me if it is a solid, liquid, or gas. And again, they will write this in their science journal. I am providing some helps also for them to review so they can relate the key terms and definitions and actually visualize what solids, liquids, and gases look like. In this activity, they're going to tell me what they've learned based on the prior workstations and the information they've written in their science journals. And I am wanting them to let me know out of these different options which ones are mixtures, compounds, elements, and pure substances. And there are a number here. So I'm hoping that over the prior stations, they will have learned the differences between these 4 and can clearly answer which one is a mixture, compound, element, or a pure substance. This next activity is an assessment of their progress so far, and it is introducing new information also, physical versus chemical properties. and they will read the information that is provided, and it does explain to them the definition and what to look for. And then I am going to assess them by them answering questions 1 through 15 accordingly, based on if it is a physical property or a chemical property. The exit ticket would be the last activity that my students will perform to clear the Science Learning Center. And again, it's a review over each activity that we've been over in each science activity and the content and lesson that we're actually going through in the class. This is to help them broaden their understanding and learning, and to actually be able to sit with their classmates and discuss and collaborate together. And I will ask them these different questions individually, and this will be their ticket to exit the Science Center learning section for this lesson regarding matter, regarding elements, pure substances, mixtures, compounds, and elements. And my assistants that helped me put this PowerPoint together, that I very much appreciate, are these 6 websites and Google Art. And I'm thankful that we have the internet, and it is here to help us to bring our science centers to life and bring color and hopefully excitement and interest to our students as they learn the context that we're going over. And I thank you for listening.